if you're a heating air conditioning technician or even a salesperson, what's a really good question you could ask that helps you understand where your buyer's potentially at and why does it matter? This is a fantastic question. I'm Scott Silvenbell, coming to you live from Sacramento, California. Perfect day to talk about sales and business, and a fantastic day to talk about you. All right. Anytime that you're meeting with a buyer, potential buyer or client, they have an idea, a concept, a belief going through in their head. And at some point, you need to match up with those ideas. And when that magic happens, you have the possibility of closing a deal easier. I'm not saying easy, I'm saying easier. And the reason I bring this up is questions on your part is really one of the ways for you to figure out what's going on, where the buyer is at, and what they are hoping to achieve. So I'm going to give you a couple of these questions. One of these questions is, what is the outcome that you're looking for, or what are you hoping to achieve by getting X, Y, and Z, as they say in the UK, right? What are you hoping to achieve? What are you hoping to have as an outcome? Either way you want to ask that, that's fine and that's fantastic. That should absolutely be in your discovery questions in whatever way you want to ask them. If my version is too high up here for you, back it off. If my version's like right here and you're like, Scott, I'm going to add some caffeine to that, go for it, right? But you should absolutely be figuring out what is it that they're trying to achieve. And if you're not asking this, what happens is you're having to guess. And in a situation of what's going on, I don't want to guess. What's the outcome that you're hoping for? You know, tell me what the expectations are. What would you like to see here? And so I got a better question for you, another question for you that you could ask. But here's the thing, you should absolutely join my email publication. Go here, type that in. It'll be a browser, right? Type that in your browser, drop in your name, your email address, maybe your phone number for an email publication. I send you emails, you'll love them. On this series of questions is, what is your vision? Paint me the picture of your vision here, right? Now, here's the thing. If I know that their vision is here and I know that my vision is here, I have the ability to move things forward. If their vision is like, what? You can't see my hand. If their vision's way over here and I can't achieve it, I'm very easily able to tell them, hey, that's not something that we could do, right? I remember I met with a company owner in a different industry that I served. And he said, hey, Scott, I want you to teach my team how to lie, cheat, and steal and close every deal. And like, ooh, it gave me the ook. It gave me the ick, as they say these days. And I was like, that's probably not a company I want to work with, right? Well, not even probably. It's not a company I want to work with. And so go down this path, paint this vision for me. What is it you're hoping to achieve? Is I just want to close more deals. I'm like, dude, we could go so many other ways. We don't have to lie, cheat, and steal. In fact, we should not. We should not. Like, no, this is not a project that I want to take on. This is not something I'm interested in. And so by you figuring out whatever way you want to ask this question, can you paint a vision for me of what you're hoping for? Can you color this in and share with me what you're hoping to achieve? Can you share with me the outcome that you want? What is your ideal outcome? What's your perfect outcome? Can you paint this picture for me? And I'm going to share with you, there are times where people don't know. Okay, there is a segment of the population like, we don't know. And then there's a time where a segment of the population is playing coy with you, where they do know, but they don't want to answer the question. So my response back would be, okay, well, what's your best guess? What's your best guess? Like, I'm trying to figure out where they're at. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. And if they go, well, we don't know, then my next question is, okay, great. Who have you talked to then? Well, and this is where you start finding stuff out. Well, I've got a friend in the business. Well, I talked to another dude. Well, I talked to another chick. They might go, we haven't talked to anybody. Like, okay, great. We're starting at ground zero. That tells me how much of a presentation I'm going to have to give and how many questions I'm going to have to ask. And the only way that I know that is by asking really good questions. Paint this picture. Give me the outcome. Share with me the strategy. What are you hoping for? What do you want to achieve? In whatever way that you want to ask it. Remember, I may be all the way up here at crazy town in your mind, and you're like, hey, I don't ask it that way. I'm going to start down here. Or I may go, I'm going to ask a question, and my version may be right here, and you're like, we're going to add some caffeine to it. You can do that. You can do this any way that you want. But be aware. What are you hoping to achieve? What's the outcome? Paint the vision. These are all really good questions for a discovery session in the beginning of your sales process, before you ever talk about product, before you ever talk about your money, and you're able to figure out, can you serve this person, right? And there's going to be a couple of times out of 100, maybe one time out of 100, maybe one time out of 200 where the person gives you an answer and you're like, no freaking way. We are not doing business. Eject politely. Hey, I don't think we can serve each other well. Maybe if we can get our stars to align in the future, we could do that. But as of right now, this isn't going to work. Well, I just want the information. Hey, in my mind, I stick to my guns. If I figure out that a deal is undone and there's no way to move forward, there's nothing for me to do. Why would I give a presentation? Why? Right? I never understood this, and managers might not like this for me to say this, but I never understood why a sales manager would say, well, you're there, you might as well give a presentation. Like, I could practice on this person, absolutely. Or I could move on with my life and not have this mental baggage and not have to deal with mental real estate with somebody. It's your decision, right? I've got a really good friend that is a salesperson, and he calls me after proposals that he goes to if he's there for less than 7 minutes. And he'll call me and say, hey, Scott, 3 minutes and 32 seconds, and then laughs about it, right? He's like, I'm going to hit eject. That's the model I like to run. Doesn't mean that you have to. You got 1 of 3 things to do from here. Just 1 of 3. Find the subscribe button, click on it, and every time I send out a video, you'll get an update. 2, hit follow. 3, share this video with a friend. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.